My first day of school in 6th grade, we didn't actually come here. We went down to Powell Burnett Park. We built little cars, model cars, and it was a team building activity. Rosetta is one of the 6th grade teachers, and she's really into machines and getting girls into kind of engineering. I think it was a great introduction to what SGS would be for me, that it was going to be a really different school. I'd love to tell you what a typical day at SGS was like, but I don't think I could because it was so different, varied from year to year, day to day. And I mean, for example, in 6th grade, we were building a human body out of clay, and in 8th grade, we were making videos, and we were flying planes, and in 7th grade, I think we went on 3 trips to different places. And I guess the thing that you can draw from that is that the thing that was typical about SGS is that the whole day would have a focus.
We'll be exploring a concept like ethnocentrism. And it doesn't just come up in my social studies class, it's going to come up in the literature they read in language arts. It's going to come up in art when they're looking at art of a particular time period.
They blend all of our learning together. It really encourages you and makes you want to learn that thing, or else, it's going to be horrible in language arts. I'm not going to know what to do, And it's not a far off goal like, this will help you in high school. It's like, this will help you in about 5 minutes.
Lots of studies have shown that around elementary school and early middle school, test scores for girls are dropping. They're raising their hand less in class, and they're just focused less on their studies.
We find through research and through experience that in the middle school years, girls tend to lose their voice.
When I came to SGS, I wasn't sure really who I was, like any 5th grader going into 6th grade.
I remember before I started 6th grade, I remember saying to my mom as we were driving around the city sometime, I remember saying, I don't know who I am, and I want to figure out who I am.
Middle school can be a really hard time for anybody, and just having a little bit extra encouragement and focus where people are really wanting you to succeed individually and personally is what SGS brings to each girl.
Basically, we want women to know that they have a powerful place in the world and that they can be anything they choose to be.
One of the culminations that you have in 7th grade is called mock trial. It was a real mock trial in the real downtown courthouse with a real judge. Real lawyers come in and teach you. The parents and some people from school made up the jury, and you had to stand up there, and I was in charge of saying the opening statement. I wrote an opening statement, and everyone did really well. I think the audience and the jury was blown away, and the judge too, about how girls could be so powerful.
They teach us how to stand up for ourselves, because sometimes we're in groups where we don't agree with what things are going on. So you have to stand up to people in your group, which is really hard to do sometimes because you have to work with this person for a couple of weeks and you don't want to hurt their feelings, but you also want to state how you feel. You have to learn how to stand up and say, okay, well, I think we should make this way because that would be more fair for the whole group. So there's a lot of experiences where you kind of get to learn more about yourself.
So the more we can give girls novel experiences and the kind of opportunities to share what they know with other people, it not only solidifies that content knowledge in a way that a paper and pencil test is never going to do, but it builds their self-confidence that other people care about what they're doing and are deeply impressed by what they're doing.
What makes the teachers so different at SGS from other teachers is that they're not just presenting this or that, but their whole goal is to get us to see what they love so much about whatever subject they teach. And so they just put their heart into bringing all of the girls in their class in to see whatever they see in whatever material they're teaching.
You can tell it's what they want to do. They want to be teaching you, and it really makes you want to learn.
I think the most meaningful thing as a teacher is to see the incredible growth that occurs from when a student first enters and when they exit.
They come in as insecure, questioning children, and they leave as confident, full-voiced young women.
The changes I've seen in Nala have been phenomenal. I mean, just mind-blowing. I look at her sometimes and tear up. You just seen how much she's grown.
I feel like I'm a completely different person confidence-wise than I was 4 years ago, because 4 years ago I was really, really shy. I was really nervous and timid, but now I'm more calm and I'm more like free to be myself.
This year I thought, wow, 7th grade, I've really changed who I am. But it's actually that I've pulled off that kind of suit of, you know, fear of being yourself and like showing people who you really are and your own opinions, and really stepped into my own.
And being here and doing so many different projects and field trips and hanging out with all these new people, you kind of develop like your own personality, and everyone just kind of learns that, oh yeah, that's Nala and that's how she is.
I think I carried that kind of self-acceptance with me to high school, where I think a lot of people don't.
All the activities you do at Seattle Girls School really bring you into your own.
And I remember specifically leaving 8th grade thinking, wow, I figured out who I am, and it was really powerful.